Good evening. This is Don Tyson. I'm the head football coach at Clinch County, and we're here tonight to recognize the players from this past season and to thank everyone for everything that we've done and everything that they've done for us. First, I want to thank our administration, from the board office to the principals, everyone involved. Each day with these kids, you have a tremendous impact, and we have tremendous support, and we just really appreciate that. We really can't do what we do without that. And the teachers are great. We all the way from kindergarten to 12th grade, we have great support staff with teachers, and that really care and communicate with us that we can try to help all these kids the best way we can. And also like to thank the fans. We have great fans. You're always so supportive and back us up in everything that we do. Couldn't do it without you. As well as the parents. I want to thank the parents of all of our players for allowing them to play. It's a commitment, not just on the kids' part, but on the families at home. So we want to thank you as well. First, I want to recognize the seniors, and I would just name them off. Had a very good class, very big class. I've seen these kids grow up since they were, kindergartners. So great group of kids. We'll start off with Darius Dorsey, Demondre Edmonds, Michael Walker, Darion Simon, Carzell Thrower, Zanthony Johnson, Xavier Trawick, Antrez Holden, Tavion Sowell, Paxton Gilbreth, Kenneth Jefferson, Keyshawn Talbert, Zack Robbins, Shane Moten, Gus Bryant, Keyshawn Crumity, Austin Peterson, Jackson Henderson, Charles Stevens, Dalton Murray, and David Montgomery. As you can see, we had a very big senior class, and we're going to miss all of them. And hopefully, we'll be able to move on and grow from what they left behind. Next, I want to recognize the players from this past football season that made the all-region team. First team defensive lineman, Craig Harris. Second team defensive lineman, Carzell Thrower. Second team all-region defensive lineman, DeLille Carter. First team all-region linebacker, Darius Dorsey. Second team all-region linebacker, Xavier Trawick. Honorable mention linebacker, Tajuan Gordon. First team all-region running back, Michael Walker. First team all-region running back, Tyler Morehead. Honorable mention running back, Marquavius Grady. Honorable mention offensive lineman, Drake Browning. First team all-region defensive back, Perry Williams. First team all-region defensive back, Tyler Morehead. Honorable mention defensive back, Michael Walker. And honorable mention defensive back, Marquavius Grady, with the special teams player of the year for the entire region going to Zack Robbins. So that was really good. All right, next, I want to recognize the players that made All-State. This is a very good list to be on. This is voted on by newspapers and coaches all across the state. So it's an extreme honor to be put on these lists. Atlanta Journal-Constitution, as well as the Georgia Athletic Coaches Association, All-State, first team All-State running back, Tyler Morehead. Atlanta Journal-Constitution, as well as the Georgia Athletic Coaches Association, first team defensive lineman, Craig Harris. Honorable mention, Atlanta Journal-Constitution defensive back, Michael Walker. The Georgia Athletic Coaches Association first team kicker, Zack Robbins. And the Georgia Athletic Coaches Association first team defensive back, Perry Williams. So congratulations to those players. They had tremendous years, and they deserve all of that. Moving on to the awards. The G.C. Lee Memorial Award for Most Improved Offense goes to Michael Walker. Michael was a tremendous player, great player, very humble, just a quiet leader. He always did what he had to do. He was a great listener, and most importantly, he was a great student, very smart, very bright kid. I think he finished school with a 3.6 or a 3.7 GPA. Very bright young man. I look for him to be a very productive citizen and a great person. Known him for a long time, so we're going to miss him. The next award, sponsored by Tony Michael, is for Most Improved Defense, and that goes to Amari Hodges. Amari takes his game very seriously. He's such a big kid, and he's just such a tremendous player to have. Man, he works really hard to stay in shape, and he knows where he has to work on his game. And man, it's great watching kids like him that's focused on what they know they have to get better at. He comes to work every day, and he just cares so much about it. And he improved tremendously on defense. He was a great defensive player for us on the defensive line, and we are really excited to have him back, coming back for his senior year, as he is just a junior. So congratulations to Amari. The next award is sponsored by the athletic department, and this is a new award, and it's something that I wanted to install into our system. Something that we did a long, long time ago when I was in school. We sort of did it. We didn't give an award for it, but we tested it. And the name of the award is the Thundercat Award. The Thundercat Award this year goes to Elijah Tiller. Now, how do you win this award? Now, this award is given based off of a point system, and this point system comes from the weight room, which includes your bench press max, your squat max, your power clean max, as well as your deadlift max. And then we go into your GPA, so what you do in the classroom counts. We also test 40. We also test 40-yard dashes, and we test your vertical leap. So we basically test you in every single aspect of what you're doing, whether it be in the classroom, in the weight room, away from the school when you're working, just every single thing that you can do. And it's based on a point system. And it was a very close race between Elijah and Jermaine King. So we're excited about that. Elijah just being a sophomore this year, he'll be a junior next year. We're looking for great things out of him, especially with the work that he's been putting in. He has improved tremendously. I can't explain how much improvement I've seen from Elijah, so we are very excited about him. We're looking for him to have a really good year. The next award, sponsored by the Clinch County News, is for Most Valuable Offensive Back. And that award goes to Tyler Morehead. I don't think I have to say a whole lot about Tyler's game. Everybody knows he's been a great player for a long time. Been a great running back, been a great quarterback, been a great leader for our team. And he basically led us to the state title in 2018. He led us all year this year. And, he's just such a great kid as well as a great student. He's a very, very fun kid to be around. He's got a great laugh. And so we're looking for big things out of him. He's going to go to college and play football somewhere. So he's got a bright future. Congratulations, Tyler. All right. The next award is the Gregory Cawley Memorial Award, and that is for the most valuable offensive lineman, and that award goes to Drake Browning. And Drake, man, I couldn't, Drake deserves this award so much. He is not only a great lineman, but he is a great leader, and he is a great person. He leads in every aspect that you can ask a kid to lead in the classroom, on the field, at practice, in the game. And he leads the team in prayer. He's a great kid, a great person. We're looking forward to him coming back for his senior year. He just, he embodies everything that you would want in a player. Congratulations, Drake. The next award, sponsored by Superior Pine. It is for the most valuable defensive back, and that goes to Perry Williams. Perry had possibly one of the best seasons that we've ever had out of a defensive back this year. He had a tremendous year, and he's getting looks from colleges. I have them calling me probably 2 or 3 times a week asking about Perry. He ended up with 9 or 10 interceptions last year. He was named All-State in both categories. Great player. Looking for his senior year to be even better. He's also a great person to be around. He's got a great smile, and he's just he's been working really hard in the weight room, and man, we're looking for him to have an even better year next year. Congratulations, Perry. The Edric Talbert Memorial Award is next, and that goes to the most valuable defensive lineman. The winner of that award is Craig Harris. Craig Harris is a tremendous defensive lineman, and he's he is the most valuable defensive lineman we have. He is a tremendous player. He is big, he is fast, and he also has colleges looking at him. And, him being a junior this year, looking forward to him coming back for his senior year. He's, he works on his game. He's been working hard in the weight room. And I'm excited about Craig. I've known Craig his whole life. And I've known since I saw him in kindergarten, he was going to be a good player. Congratulations, Craig. All right. The next award is the most valuable linebacker award, and this was a hard award to give out. It goes to Tajuan Gordon. We had a great core of linebackers this year, a very good core of linebackers. Tajuan has really grown. He's also just a junior, and he'll be back for his senior year this year. Tajuan was a leader. He stepped in to this season, from being a sophomore and getting to play a little bit as a sophomore to coming into his junior year, really wanting to put a foot down and become a leader on our defense. And he did. He turned into the leader of the defense, and he was a great player. So excited about him coming back. We're looking for big things out of him this year. The next award is the Mike Davis Memorial Award, and that goes to is for the most spirited. Most spirited this year goes to Jackson Henderson. Jackson was a kid that come in, and you see him, and you sit there and you see kids that they're not the biggest. And they're not the fastest, they're not the tallest, but they work every day. And they work extremely hard. And, not a day goes by that he was not working. I mean, just working so hard. And, this year he got to step in and start for us at tight end. And man, he just did such a good job for us. And we give him the most spirited award because that's what he had. He come to practice every day, and he was ready to go. And he's such a good kid, such a good student. I think he's got a 3.9 or a 4.0 GPA. You know, he's a tremendous person. You know, so we're really gonna miss Jackson. The next award is sponsored by Mr. and Miss Phil Martin, and it is the Hustle Award. Now, this goes to Tyler Posley, and I don't think anybody can argue that Tyler Posley doesn't deserve the Hustle Award. If you've watched him play, even from practice, whether it's just a walkthrough or if it's a, scout team, D lineman he's trying to help out, or if he's on Friday night and playing, he is hustling. He is giving it 100% all the time. And there's, Tyler, he's also a junior, and he'll be coming back next year. And, man, he is so much fun to have on our team. He is because of that, because, he just hustles so hard. And, you just want everybody to hustle like that, and just not everybody's got that in them. And, we try to make everybody hustle just as hard as they can. But for Tyler Posley, he gives it. I'm telling you, he gives it 100%. 100% every play, whether it's a practice or in a game. And that's what you want. The next award is the Robbie Day Memorial Award, and it is the Special Teams Award. This award goes to Zack Robbins. And Zack, I think his career kind of speaks for itself. He was the All-Region Player of the Year, Special Teams Player of the Year. It's pretty much a given that he's the best kicker we've ever had. It's hard. I could sit here and talk about Zack for 20 minutes. Like Jackson, a tremendous work ethic. He knew parts of his game that he needed to work on. He knew he had to get stronger. So he hit the weight room and he got stronger, and it paid off. He went to countless numbers of trainings and camps, took his craft very seriously, and man, it showed. It really showed. We're going to miss Zack. All right, the next awards, these are the last awards, sponsored by the athletic department. It's the Leadership Awards, and there are 2 for offense and 2 for defense. The 2 Leadership Awards for offense goes to Marquavius Grady and Jermaine King. Both of these kids, every day, just like some other kids that I've already talked about, these kids embody what you want to have out of a player and out of a teammate, because every day they're going to come to work and they're going to have a good attitude and they're going to be coachable and they're going to listen and they're going to work absolutely as hard as they can, and they're going to try to be the best teammate they can, be the best player, the best person, best teammate they could be. And these 2 kids right here, Marquavius and Jermaine, they embody that list of credentials to the T, from start to finish. I can't, and they're both juniors. They're both coming back. So excited about having both of them come back. Tremendous players. So looking for big years out of both of them next year. All right. The Defensive Leadership Award, the first one goes to Carzell Thrower. Carzell, he's got about 6 nicknames, but I'll just stick to Carzell. He, like so many others, he come in as a young man, as a kid in the 9th grade, and you really didn't know if he was really ever going to be able to to reach, the level of being a starter and getting to play a lot on Fridays. And, and as he grew and as he got older, he wanted it so bad. And he knew what he had to do. And he had to get stronger. He had to get faster. And he had to be technical. He had to know technique, and he had to be able to use technique because he played defensive end. And whether you're big or little or fast or whatever, at defensive end, you've got to be strong, and you've got to know some technique about it. I mean, it's a pretty technical position. You've got a lot of reads you've got to do. And Carzell, from the time he got with us as a ninth grader to the time he graduated, he worked so hard, and especially in the weight room. He ended up being a very, very strong player, in both senses of that word. Just a strong player overall, and in the weight room, he was a very strong person. And so proud of Carzell, great kid. Just gonna miss him. The second Defensive Leadership Award goes to Austin Peterson. Austin, much like Carzell, it's nothing really that come easy. It was, it was something that he had to work at. And just like Carzell, Austin worked extremely hard in the weight room, and he was very, very strong. I mean, he was a very strong kid, and it showed. I mean, he was played defensive tackle for us, and he was you couldn't move him. I mean, he just was an extremely hard player, very tough.